already know what the fuck going on. Denzel Curry not only dropped a new track called CLOUT COBAIN, where, I mean, I guess the cover art is him as a clown. I don't know what's going on. We also have a date for the album. This is probably one of my most anticipated albums of 2018. I put it on my most anticipated lists earlier in the year, like in January. I mentioned everybody that I was excited about, and he was one of them. Now, 6 months later, we finally have a date. I'm a little upset that it's only gonna be like 43 minutes. Denzel Curry, given the most energy and the most poignant out of any young artist that's coming out right now, kind of being the rock star of his era right now. I mean, there isn't really anyone that's delivering that tough material, but also keeping it interesting to listen to, not giving you these sad boy beats and being overly emotional, but still going in depth with his mental state and still letting you know how he's feeling on the inside without making himself seem like a bitch or like a 12-year-old atheist that thinks that they know the world because they read a book that combats religion. He doesn't come off like that, and I like the music that he makes. It seems like it's for a purpose. It seems like it's to get a point across. So I'm ready for it. You know, is it Kurt? Wait, I'm gonna remember this on my own. We're gonna sit here until I remember. CLOUT COBAIN, got it. Album comes out in 2 weeks. Let's listen to CLOUT COBAIN. It's got a music video with it, so we're gonna watch it too. Well, I'm gonna watch it. You're gonna just see what I'm doing. Whoa, you're not connected to the. No, I'm not ready. Denzel, what are you doing? You know what's fucked up about this video? I can't like look away like I normally would to get a breather, and then he hits me with the beat at the same moment this circus dude introduces him as like this clown that's supposed to be propped up for the entertainment of the people. I already know what this is about to be. Damn you.
You want me to kill myself? Man, I've been on my own. Lord, I'ma need some suicidal thoughts. Call it Kirk Cobain.
Fucking drop? So now I get why it's called CLOUT COBAIN. Why is it called CLOUT COBAIN? I get the suicidal reference in Kurt Cobain, but why is it called CLOUT COBAin?
Hello, you gon' wanna cry? I'ma make it rain. I'm tryna make a feel. Oh, why you wanna take my soul? When they say they wanna lie to me.
Oh my God. This is what I wanted from this dude, man.
I know death don't do apology. I just wanna feel myself. You want me to
that hook is everything, yo. It's already in my bloodstream. Whoa, what's that on his neck? Is that his 13 EP? I think the other crest is the I don't know if that's the Shrooms tape or the Zeltron. I don't remember. At first I thought I might be reaching, but I rarely see Denzel Curry wear jewelry or change in his music videos, so to me this kind of symbolizes him referencing how rappers flash their jewelry, but it's actually borrowed. You know, he's referencing his 2 projects that he's released over his neck right now, but if you're under a label, they kind of own the rights to that. You're wearing something, you know, that someone else owns, basically. Even if you made the project, even if you made some money, they still have ownership over that, and essentially they still own you. Why is he patting his head? He turned around on y'all. Once I learn these words, I'm singing this shit all day. Suicidal thoughts, call it Kurt Cobain. Oh shit, he got a gun to his head. That was CLOUT COBAIN by Denzel Curry. I'm listening to the song and the video like 2 or 3 more times, and I'm gonna see if I can get something to appreciate more out of this, because I mean, our first impressions, it's literally just like Kurt Cobain, but I see he references it as like clout, because this is like what the rappers are doing to, I don't mean Lil in the sense that like they're Lil, I'm just saying like these rappers pale in comparison to the actual Kurt Cobain, so all they're looking for is clout. And so at this point, like, as long as you got the clout, you could be a Cobain in a way. But I'll come back because I gotta watch this a couple more times, and then I'll hit you up with what I'm thinking about.
A few moments later.
Basically, this video just, you know, kind of paints a mirror image of life for an artist in the industry, kind of being painted as this. I would even try to take a little bit more of the humanity away from who Denzel Curry is portraying in this music video by saying that he's more like one of the animals. Let's say the guy bringing Denzel Curry out, the one who introduces him in the beginning, is like a lion tamer. He brings the beast out to entertain. He even pats Denzel Curry on the head at one point, like, good boy, you did a good job. I noticed there's another part in this where he's doing a magic trick, but the bandana that's being pulled out of Denzel Curry's back pocket is like literally money, basically. And it's kind of goes to show you how it's like a slave obeying the slave master in a way, but kind of getting sick of it and going through life in his own way, kind of trying to determine his own fate and do what he truly wants to do. I know he ended up losing his mind at the end and not being able to satisfy everyone that was around him, which is essentially why he took the Kurt Cobain route. But in this era, in this day and age, you have the heads, the executives, the labels that are propping these artists up, promoting them and telling them to do X, Y, Z, the ones that are introducing them to the media, the ones that are introducing them to the fan base that they've, you know, gotten to a certain extent. You know, like Def Jam, when they sign a new artist, they want to announce him, they want to bring him out, they want to say, hey, we got a new artist, we just signed him, this is his name, here you go. They throw him to the wolves and they say, hey, look at our new act, look at our new artist. At the same time, these executives, these people that are propping these artists up and pushing them out there aren't going to give them moral advice. They're going to give them money-making advantages, money-making tips, not for the betterment of the person that they've signed, but so the label themselves can get more cash payout. The label themselves can get more revenue. The more you act like what Denzel Curry is portraying in the video, an artist but also a clown, the more we can profit from. That's why these labels try so hard to go after these artists that have a following, that have a cult following, that have a base. You know, people want to get 6ix9ine, people want to get Lil Pump, people want to get or wanted to get XXXTentacion. A lot of these artists are wanted by these industries and by these labels because they can make a profit. And it goes to show another side of Denzel Curry, like who his issue is with. You know, he mentions in Totes being independent a lot in his music, and even on his most recent track, Percs, I noticed that he talked about I'll maybe overlooked, but I'm never underpaid, and how he wants to do things on his own, kind of clowning the rappers at the same time that focus on lean and drugs, something that was heavily promoted in this music video. Another interesting takeaway about this video specifically is how there's a moment where I guess, I don't know what he would be considered, the person who's selling the hot dogs or whatever he is, the vendor I guess you could call him, is putting pills in people's drinks, selling them lean and giving them, you know, drugs along with the food that they're ordering, along with the drinks that they're getting, tattooing, 666, all these other things in the video. And I think it just goes to show that these artists that are being propped up to this audience don't really mean anything. I just think that they're looking to be entertained, not by someone with talent, but just something. Something has to be the center of attention for this audience to group around it. And that's really all the label is interested in. They could be sedated. As long as they're sedated, as long as they're given something while consuming this trash content, they could put any face on that stage and it'd be just fine. One thing that I did see before I ever listened to this song or just watched this video was a video of, you know, someone saying that Denzel Curry was appealing to Freemasonry and saying that he's trying to be with all these occultists and these elitists and everything like that. Trash video that this person made, but I actually think it's the opposite. I think the symbolism behind the video is that Denzel is kind of calling that out. I think in a way it's kind of like exposing it in a little bit, you know, because there's a one eye symbolism, there's the black and white. If anything, I think that refers to the people that Denzel is saying are the controllers of the people who consume this content. I think he's saying that these are the people that are behind the scenes, you know, these are the puppet masters, basically. After all this bullshit that he's doing, he just comes to the realization when he's showing the gun and he's about to, you know, shoot to the phone and everything like that. He realizes how silly he looks, and he looks back at the crowd behind him and they're against him too. The same people he came out to entertain, the same people he thought he was doing something for, are the same people that are ridiculing and criticizing him now. I just think he gets to the point where he realizes that unless he's being given given to and always being taken from, he's not going to be happy. If you're constantly used as a tool or a product for people's entertainment, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to find solace in anything that you do, because it's always going to be for something or someone else. I think the broader point of this video is just how the industry can literally take from these artists' humanity and turn them into slaves and tools for people to enjoy and watch at their leisure and mean nothing when they're done. Now, there are other artists out there that are signed to labels that have figured out a way to manage themselves and work in more healthier environments and work in healthier ways, knowing that they're being taken from by their label, knowing that their fans are going to turn on them if they do something stupid or if they do something wrong. They've accepted the fact that their humanity is at stake at every waking moment, but they've learned to live with this decision. But I think Denzel is gearing it more towards the younger rappers who come into the industry. This is their first piece of fame. They're not really used to it yet, and people wonder why they're so crazy, out of their mind and everything like that. It makes a lot of sense. So I'm still gonna watch it more times. I'm still gonna, keep consuming it, keep listening to it. I really like the track. I like what Denzel Curry is doing. It looks like his series thing going on here. He's got a character that he's gonna portray, or four characters that he's gonna portray in this new album that he's got coming. So I'm very excited to see what he's got. I want to know what else Denzel Curry has up his sleeve, what he's gonna give with this new Taboo album. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Denzel Curry did a great job with this one again, and yeah, song's incredibly catchy. I'm gonna be listening to this one for a while, and I'll see you next time.